Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Why coming back?
Why coming back? Man, Illinois has been my family for a long time. Been a part of my recruitment process. It was my favorite. Obviously, I came here. I feel like I created so much like great relationships on and off the court. This is where I'm going to cement my legacy, man. This is where I came. I'm building my legacy right now. And another year, Illinois is just going to give me an opportunity to go up, above and beyond.
What does legacy mean to you? Like, why is that important?
It means everything. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's very rare you see a kid go to college and he gets the opportunity that I get and did the things that I did. So like I just figured like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm gonna take advantage of it. I'm gonna come back, be as get as better as much as possible, and just grow with this team. I think it's a really good group of guys. I did my own little deal on them where I looked up their game and looked at it what they played like and stuff like that. So I really think it's a good team.
And for a moment, some people thought you might play elsewhere. Like, how real did that become for you?
I never really focused on it a lot. I was basically head on and going to the NBA, so I never really focused on like that part of it. It came down to the deadline where I was like, oh yeah, I might consider coming back to college. So just wanted to leave my options open, but I never really thought about it that much. Illinois has been my home, and it's going to continue to be my home for a long time.
What was that process like where, you were all in on the NBA and just to maybe make that decision was like, it's not maybe the time?
It was a really good process. I learned a lot of good things. I heard some things I need to work on. It was a really good process for me. I'm just like mentally like being able to like acknowledge, yeah, this is what I need to do. This is where I could be. This is where I could go right now. And I just have to like it's basically an ego check. Like you gotta check your ego sometimes. All right, this may be not the best decision for you. You could put yourself in a way better situation. You just take your time and the slow grind.
What do you make sure was the best feedback you got from
Best feedback?
NBA teams?
A lot of teams told me that I'm ready to play right now. With just my size and God-given ability, but I don't want to settle for that. I want to be I want to be great. I want to keep growing my game, and if I could grow my game and get picked higher, then so be it.
What are some of those other things you can add another year in college and what they can bring out of you here in Champaign?
Just my ability to pass. Showcase that some more. Just like IQ level, show that. I could always improve on the defensive end. They need big guys to dominate the glass, so that's the main focus right now.
Okay, how exciting is it for you to be able to increase your own legacy through name, image, likeness? Have you started to reach out to companies or had companies reach out to you in that aspect yet?
It's surreal, man. Like I said, it's once in a lifetime opportunity, man. Like I'm really enjoying it right now. I'm loving it. I haven't really focused on that yet. That business side of it. I'm gonna leave that to my people. I need to focus on my game right now and helping Illinois be better. So, whenever that happens, it will happen. I'm gonna take my time with it.
How big of an impact is NIL on your decision? I would imagine you've gone pro.
It's a really good thing, man. Giving kids this opportunity, kids been going through a long time, just coming to college and working their butts off, and I feel like this is really giving them a chance to appreciate it more, and like make something of themselves and build relationships with companies and stuff like that, just to grow their brand.
Being your National Player of the Year and National Championship team, how big are the goals for you this year?
It's big, man. We don't have a limit to it. It's endless. We're gonna keep working. Like I said, I really like this team. This team is gonna give me an opportunity to play with a different team that I'm used to, and I'm just ready for the challenges, man.
Kofi, were there any challenges being so close to the NBA and being in that mindset and then kind of flipping back to coming back to college? That's everyone's dream to get there. Was it hard for you to kind of reassess where you were?
No, it wasn't hard. I know how the process is. I know how to trust the process. I've came a long way, and like just making that decision, it wasn't hard for me because I know how to say, okay, this is not the best decision. I'm always gonna stick to the best decision. I'm never gonna rush things. If that's the way God wants it, then that's the way it's gonna be. So I take things slow. So it wasn't really hard for me.
How did you let the coaching staff know that you were coming back? What was that moment like to spread that message to them?
It was really I was ready to do it like for a little while before I did it, and when I finally got it out and told them, it was like a relief, like I get to go back now and let's get right back to work, I just had it like that whole process. It was a little bit stressful for me, and then after I was able to tell them that I'm coming back here, this is where I belong, and it was just like unreal. Like
Coach Underwood mentioned that he was impressed that you were so well conditioned when you came back yesterday for the workout today. What did you do to stay grounded during that time when you were in the NBA draft and then out? Did you stay obviously training around?
I just did what I always did, conditioning by myself. I have a great strength coach back in Dallas that I was working with. Little skill sessions, just keep myself going. Keep my body going, getting that cardio. So it wasn't really hard, just consistency.
How do you feel like you have developed in these months as you're preparing for the draft?
I've developed a lot. You know, people are going to see it this coming year while we play. You know, I definitely worked on, you know, just my IQ, playing from the top of the key, being able to make the right pass, make the right reads, you know, just like upping my motor. I feel like it's all mental, and you can always be better, you know, so I'm just going to focus on those things, like I said, and just being able to show the mid-range, you know, show that I have touch.
What's it like for an All-American when you enter the transfer portal? Like, what's the contact like?
It was crazy. You know, it was crazy. It was times where I had to put my phone down. You know, I was getting so much calls and so many, like, you know, so many tweets and DMs and stuff like that. I had to put my phone down for a couple of days. You know, it was incredible.
What was it like hearing from Antigua? I know you said Kentucky was a serious option. What was that like, that dynamic?
It was interesting. You know, Antigua was my guy, like I said, and Antigua he gave me some really good advice, you know, about making my decision, and like he's always been there for me. You know, I just feel like I need to give him the opportunity, you know, to like recruit me, and you know, I owed him that. You know what I'm saying?
What was maybe your biggest takeaway from going through the NBA process?
My biggest takeaway, you know, like first when I was going in there, I was like kind of like, oh yeah, like this is a big step for me. And then when I got to doing the processing and just like got to working out, got to go to the G League Combine and stuff, I just felt like I belonged there. You know, like I felt like I could play here. So that was really like interesting. You know, that kind of boosted my confidence and made me know, okay, if I come back here now and I do what I need to do, I'm ready. Like I feel like I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
I had a really good relationship. Is it exciting for you in a way to know that this is kind of your program, you're the face of it now, and it's you?
Yeah, it's really exciting, and it's not just me. You know, like I get what you're saying, and this is just me telling you, like it's not going to be just me. I have really good players around me. Andre Cabela is going to be a really good player. Might be an All-American. You know, Trent Fraser's done what he's done for 5 years now. About to be 5 years. DeMonte Williams, like my teammates are really good players, and people are going to see that.
How would you describe your relationship with Jeff Alexander, and how did that progress throughout the entire process?
I have a really good relationship with him. He was one of the main reasons I came back here. You know, just being around me, you know, showing me, yo, this is family, this is home, you know, just giving me that support throughout the process, you know, and I've developed a really good relationship with him over the years. You know, he's helped me work on my game the whole summer before I went to Dallas, and, you know, we're just going to keep working.
Kofi,
Would you
there's
say
not
the
a lot.
NBA doubts you? I mean, does the NBA think you're not ready? Does that make you hungry to prove them wrong a little bit?
I wouldn't say they doubt me, but like, you know, it's always things you could work on, you know, as a player. And you know, I'm a developing player. You know, I just started playing basketball 5 years ago. I have a long way to go. You know, I definitely feel like I'm ready. I have the most confidence in the world. You know, I trust the process. I trust myself, and I put trust in my work. You know, I'll get there.
How
Kofi, can
excited
you walk
is it
us?
to have another year with Andre, who is arguably one of the most exciting players in college basketball?
I'm really excited, man. I'm ready to go. I seen what he could do. I seen how he plays and like the positions that he put me in, and I'm just excited. I'm ready to go.
Kofi, what is it like to have a whole community, a whole state, literally waiting, and they all celebrated a lot when you announced you were coming out? What's that like for you to experience that kind of attention and fanfare and excitement?
It's incredible, man, and that's the reason I was here. I came here in the first place. You know, just being here on my visit and just seeing that fan base, you know, coming out. It was a Christmas break when I came here, and all the fans were here. Everybody from the hometown. The kids were off campus, but the stadium was still packed, and like that just like gave me a sense of, yo, these people really care about basketball. They really care about Illinois, you know, and like it keeps going. You know, it keeps getting better and better as we progress through the past 2 years, and it's really exciting, man. They were great people.
How do you describe it? Because like, none of us really know what that is like. But like everywhere you go, I'm assuming people want to say hi or welcome back. How do you describe what these few days have been like?
It's really hard to describe, man. It's incredible, man. Like just the love, you know. It's like even when I put my name in the transfer portal, I didn't get any bad comments. I didn't get any hate. They were really supportive towards me, and I really appreciate that.
What was it like walking into this building again today? Maybe at one point you didn't think you'd come back as a player, and what's it like, you know, flipping the mentality of I'm going pro to I got another year here?
I was trying to be cool walking in, but like once I got through those doors, man, I got so pumped, man. I just felt like a bunch of energy just soaring through my body. Like I was ready to go. I got on the court for the first time in a long time with them, and I was just so excited. I was trying to go. I was ready to go, man. I love it.
Kofi, it's rare that somebody with your resume already comes back for a third year. Io did the same thing. What do you think? What did you see from him about what a third year can mean for you?
Yeah, it's about being humble. Like I said, trusting your game, you know, and just like not rushing things. You know, a lot of guys. I heard a lot of stories about guys that just rush things and they put themselves in bad situations. I'm ready. I want to put myself in a good situation where I could be successful and help grow my game for a long time. So I'll give myself that chance.
There's a question about some stuff that you sold from some previous gear. Is that a big obstacle right now?
Not really. We're working through it. You know, I leave that to coach and his staff.
Is there any worst case scenario that you're aware of? With all
Not that I'm aware of. I'm just focused on basketball right now. I leave that to coach and them.
Is it safe to say, without what impact did NIL have on you coming back to college, whether it was here or anywhere else?
It had a really big impact. That's one of my main goals. For working this hard. Obviously financial reasons. I want to help my family and put them in good situations. And the NIL really gave me a chance to get a deep breath. Take a deep breath, like relax now. Make sure you're making the right decision. You don't gotta rush nothing. You get what I'm saying? So it definitely gave me that wake up call. Like, yeah, you could possibly go back to college. Like, you could think about it now.
And does it open up opportunities for you in Jamaica too?
Yeah, it definitely did. Jamaica, they support me a lot. That's my country. I'm representing them. I think I'm representing them well. So that definitely is going to open up opportunities for me back home.
Kofi, it's, obviously you want to get to the NBA as quickly as possible, but does this open up a path where college basketball can be a career?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, 100%. A lot of guys that want to go pro early, and this is going to give them a lot of chance to say, okay, I don't need to rush it. Like, keep them level-headed. Like, yeah, I can stay here, develop my game, get better, and give myself the best opportunity, like I said, while making money. So definitely give them.
You mentioned Jamaica. I think there was a mural of you there. You're new to basketball, right? But because of basketball, I'm assuming that's part of the reason you have that. What was that like to see that? What kind of emotions came over you?
It was incredible, man. I cried, man. I cried when I saw that, man. It was really incredible. Like, just knowing that my community supported me all the way through. They sent me videos of them watching the game, and just how pumped they are. We celebrate different back home. It's a lot more like banging and a lot more screaming and jumping. And like, it was just incredible, man. After every game, just them sending me those videos, supporting me, like texting me. My cousin texted me like, yo, everybody was watching today. It's just a great feeling,
Is that real to you yet? That basketball, something you just started in the last decade, has kind of put you in this position with this earning potential, with this following?
I'm really aware, man, and that's keep me level-headed. That's keep me humble, because I know how much better I got in such a short period of time, and I know how much better I could get. And I always remember where I came from. You get what I'm saying? So that definitely has a huge part to play in who I am and what I stand for.
Kofi, your jersey's going to be in the rafters someday. What's that mean to you?
It means the world, man. Like I said, it's rare a kid get to leave his legacy like that, and to know that my jersey will be in that rafters for a very long time, and like people are gonna come and even when I pass, people are gonna come and people are gonna see that jersey and say, "That's Kofi Cockburn. He did something special here. That's incredible."
You and Omar were in the same class. Were you familiar with him at all? And how do you feel like you guys can team up together?
Omar's a really good player. I think Omar is really talented. He's really skilled, and I don't think he was able to show that. People are going to start seeing that, like I said, when we start playing. But I think Omar's really special towards his team, and like it gives us a depth, like that we really need, and he's going to do great things this year.
You mentioned this year's team could be a little bit different than last year's and just as good. What do you like about the group of players that you have?
Last year we were more of a two-point field goal team. We shot bad from three. I think these guys right now, they're really good three-point shooters. Like probably the best I've seen. With Alfonso coming in, Luke is a really good shooter. Trent Frazier, we got him back. DeMonte was the best shooter in college basketball last year. Just giving us that extra like space.
Kofi, how much of you coming back is getting over that hump in the NCAA tournament and getting rid of that sting that's from the Loyola loss?
Yeah, it definitely gave me a chance to come back. That was one of the things I was thinking about while deciding. Like, do I want to leave Illinois on a loss? That was really important to me. Like, I want to leave Illinois while winning something big and doing something special. You get what I'm saying? At least like taking us like as far as I can. So that was definitely one of the reasons I decided, yeah, this is a good thing coming back here.
You and I talked a lot, or some, during the process last year about decisions. Did you talk to him at all before you're making yours this time? What was that like?
It was good. I communicate with him. He told me what teams thought. Teams asked me about him and teams asked him about me, and we just commute and it's like, yeah, team said this, that, and like me and Ayo, we support each other. We're on the phone a lot. We text a lot. Like, he's one of my best friends. So it was just like us throughout the whole process, whether or not we was in the same state.
This is a really big process. Did you learn anything about yourself over the last 4 months, 5 months?
Yeah, I did. I just learned how much more I could work. Every level you get and every stage you take in life, you think you're putting the most work you can, and then you realize that you could really be doing much more. This could give me a chance to realize that you could be in the gym 3 times a day, 4 times a day if you really wanted to. You get what I'm saying? So like, it just gave me the opportunity to think about that and realize that there's more work to be done. Humble yourself and put the work in.
After